CrewAI is great for very simple standalone applications where you have multiple agents talking to one another in order to achieve a stated objective, and is great when coordination of these agents is very straightforward. In more complex architectures where you have agents that need to coordinate with another, you might use Google's new Agent2Agent protocol. This allows multiple agents to coordinate with each other where they may repeatedly request information. It's also useful when this request for information is not deterministic, where they may call each other over and over again in order to obtain the stated objective. In this particular demo, we're going to take a look at this architecture. We're going to have a question and answer agent, which is using MCP to obtain information about a specific problem. And we're also going to use a summarization agent, which is going to allow us to obtain all of the information that we've discussed amongst the agents to get one clean summarization of what was discussed for auditing or report purposes. How all this is managed and coordinated is via a coordination agent. The coordination agent functions as our entry point for our client, so that we can use our client application in order to ask our coordinating agent to work on a task where all the agents might need to use their functionality or knowledge in order to provide a response to our client. In this diagram, you can take a look at how our coordination agent functions. Our coordination agent starts with an LLM, and we're doing something very clever. We're using function calling in order to invoke through the agent-to-agent protocol what agent we want to talk to in order to obtain the results or information from a particular agent. When those results are returned back to the coordinating agent, that coordinating agent will decide what to do with that information, whether it be return it back to the end user or perhaps enlist the skills of another agent in order to accomplish our stated goal. Let's go ahead and take a look at the demo. So we have 4 console windows, 3 windows for our 3 agents, and then our last console window for our client. Again, this solution architecture is composed of 3 agents: the question and answer agent, the summarization agent, and finally the coordinating agent. So let's go ahead and start the question and answer agent, which effectively allows us to do research in order to obtain information required by the other agents. Next, we're going to go ahead and start the summarization agent. This summarization agent will take all of the information provided and provide us a concise report or summary about what was discussed in this particular task. And finally, our third agent, which is just our coordinating agent, which is going to coordinate all of the effort between the summarization agent and the Q&A agent. So the task that our client is going to ask our coordinating agent is for our client application, we're going to ask our coordinating agent, which encompasses our summarization agent and our Q&A agent, about NASA's Artemis program. Here you can see a bunch of context related to our query, and we're going to also ask, which is where the question and answer agent comes in, what is one major engineering challenge not mentioned in the text provided? And finally, we're going to generate a report based on the information that we're providing our agent. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Here you can see the coordinating agent receives the request, which is then calling out to the Q&A agent in order to obtain an answer about the question that we're posing in the context provided. Finally, we can see a summarization based on the query that we've created, and we can see that we have the answer that we're interested in. One major engineering challenge not mentioned in the text is the development of reliable propulsion systems for deep space travel. So this is a very simple demo where we make use of client-side function calling in order to drive how the agents in the agent-to-agent application communicate with each other. I hope you enjoyed the demo.